We just spent $2,000 and over a month building this coop, and there's some things that I wish we had done from the beginning that we now can't go back and do. Let's break down exactly what I wish we had added to this coop from the start and talk about things that we've added since the build that have made game-changing updates. First off, I really love these solar-powered lights that we got. If I can get it to work right now. But what's really awesome is they don't require any energy. So if you don't have electrical, like most people going to your coop, then you're not gonna be able to have your own lights. And you definitely wanna have some type of lighting. One, it's gonna look nice. And two, it's gonna help get some predators away, especially if they turn on when there's something that walks past. Not to mention, they look pretty cool. Inside of our coop, we've historically always had our water and feeder. We used a little DIY feeder like this one, basically just a Home Depot bucket, put some holes in, had a nice tray, and the feed went in here. It's worked for us for years. I definitely think if you're getting started with chickens, DIY solutions are the best way to go. But we recently upgraded this and added these amazing solar power ones that open and close dependent on the light. So they open around 10, 20 minutes after the sun rises, and they close 10, 20 minutes after the sun sets. Automatically, you don't have to do anything. They're outside of our coop, which means that there's much less activity going on inside of our coop, and everything's happening in the outdoor run. That's right, I said outdoor coop. This 40-foot by 8-foot wide outdoor run is amazing and something that we absolutely love about our chicken coop build. And I'm gonna get into it a little bit because there are some changes we wish we had here, but we'll get to that in just a bit. But we have these feeders down here, like I said, that are activated by the sun rising and setting. They automatically open, they're nice and magnetic, and they store a good amount of food in here. What's nice is because they open and close, it means that critters aren't gonna be getting into your feed, so you don't have to worry as much about rats getting into your coop. We also made our coop nice and raised. It's around 4 feet off the ground, so this means that there's a lot less rodents going in and out of there. But having the food outside has really helped cut down on a lot of the craziness going on in our coop. And it means that our chickens are usually outdoor in this run section, being more of a natural chicken. They're foraging, they're digging, they're pecking the ground, they're scratching the ground, and they're doing normal chicken things in an outdoor section that is safe from predators. We make sure that in our outdoor areas, both the tops and sides and outer sections are sealed from predators so that nothing can get in. We've had so many problems with predators, and one thing that I do wish we changed about this outdoor run is the holes are quite large in this fencing. So it does mean that birds from the outdoors can just fly in. With the aviary flu, this is not something that we'd ideally like to have. So we are going to be making an addition to our coop probably in the next week, where we are going to be adding a smaller amount of wiring to this so that birds outdoors cannot get in. This is definitely something you want to think about, especially with aviary flus, to make sure that it's not disturbing your flock. Another thing that you want to think about in your outdoor run that is in addition since we got our run, originally we were going to be doing a special roofing out here, but we just couldn't find something that was light enough for what we wanted. So we are adding some plastic sheets. I'll link down below what we add from Amazon. It's nothing crazy. We had it in our old outdoor run and we wanted to fix this into something more permanent, but it just didn't work out the way we wanted because of these poultry runs. It just doesn't have the strength that we need to hold up a larger, more heavy-duty, long-term roofing solution. So these plastic sheets are just gonna have to do, and we're gonna have to replace them as needed because they aren't gonna last forever. Let's talk about some of the things that we probably should have added but didn't, and now it's too late. And that is, first up, the nesting boxes. I wish we had just doubled the amount of nesting boxes from the beginning. 4 is great, but as we grow out our flock, it's nice to know that we can have more, and our coop just isn't really built so that you can add more nesting boxes. So if we could go back in time, that would be the first thing that I would want to add more of. And usually you want to have around 2 to 4 chickens per nesting box. So think about that when you know how many chickens you want in your coop. Now, we love the size of our coop, and if you have a smaller coop, but you're using the area interior in a much better way, then what's really great about it is it's gonna run a nice warm temp in the winter, which means that you don't have to actually heat your coop or heat the water. So our coop ran about 70 to 75 degrees all winter long because it's a nice smaller coop and the chickens would hang out in there and their overall heat would just make it a lot warmer in here. But if we were gonna make it better, then what I would do is actually add 1 to 2 more additional roosting bars. Right now we have 3 roosting bars, and by adding 4 to 5 roosting bars, we just know that we would have enough space for our chickens and really give them a comfortable area to roost at night. Additionally, I would add some sort of way to get the watering system more built in. So we have a watering system where we just use Home Depot buckets, and in the summer we'll probably transition to something much larger outside, like a big garbage system, garbage pail system that we used in our old system. It's just easier in the winter to have something smaller. But this is really great, although it'd be really nice if you could just do something outside of the coop and not have to open the door every single time. Anything that you can do to automate systems like your watering, feeding, egg collection is going to be the best that you can do when building out your coop. Another really cool thing that we wish we added that in hindsight, I've just never even seen, but would be the most coolest thing ever, is making the cleaning of our nesting boxes easier. So maybe a drop-down system where you could actually just drop down the bottom of your nesting boxes and make it so you can just clean out the whole thing. There's sometimes broken eggs, poop, just not great things that happen in the nesting box. And if it was just much easier to clean out, it'd make our lives much more seamless. This has been such an amazing update to have our chickens in this coop. Here are just a few ideas that we wish we did from the beginning, and I hope this was helpful in your chicken coop builds. What are things that you love in any of your coops that you would add to this list? Comment down below, and we'll see you guys again next time. Bye.